Hello and continuing video. Today we're going to take a look at my run to Legend for this season, which I actually didn't really want to do yet, but yeah, I had a poll yesterday on YouTube as well asking if I should push for Legend or if I should just meme. I streamed all my games on YouTube as well if you want to watch the live stream again. For both days, Monday and Tuesday, all my games that I played are live on YouTube still, so you can watch it as well. But yeah, here we have our team that we used. We have the Double as our Say Soap, which is not fully XL yet. You can, if you want to still use any team for this cup, you can use Snorlax instead as well. Should be pretty fine. We're going to have the Obstagoon in the back, which is a running Gunk shot instead of Cross Chop, which is actually one of the coolest additions for this team. It was my favorite Pokemon to use. We had so many times where we nuked something. I'm not sure if it's in here as well. What I have in this video is now my final set that got me to Legend, and also my final set afterwards, which got me the Pikachu Libre. I'm only going to play this team for the first 5 games, as after I Legend I'm going to do a small challenge there and playing Autorect, which is kind of funny if you don't know what Autorect is. Basically, you don't select any teams, like you don't have any pre-built teams, you have to lead them all, and then the game gives you a certain Pokemon that's in a range. I think for Ultra League it's Pokemon between 2300 and 2500 rating, and yeah, you have to basically play with this. For the first 3 games there, I was having the rule that I can change one Pokemon with the same typing. Basically, like, if I have an electric type like Galvantula, I can still use something like Ampharos, but this is going to be a fun challenge for afterwards. But here we have our team, which is pretty straightforward. It's basically similar to the team that I showcased first for this cup, which I was already saying is most likely team where you can hit Legend with. I just exchanged the Giratina with my Charizard here, which both of them are also fine. Like, if you don't have a good Charizard, you can use Giratina as well. Both have some pros and cons. Main pro for the Charizard, why I went for that Pokemon as well, is because you're going to have a better answer for Lone Ninetales, which is a little bit more common. Otherwise, you have 2 Pokemon that are weak to Lone Ninetales, and having an ABA weakness to Lone Ninetales can be a little bit tricky, so Charizard just seems to be a better fit for that reason, as we will be able to get a shield advantage here against this opponent's Obstagoon. This is why Double is so strong. Like, Double basically has no hard answer in this cup. There is nothing that really wants to come in against the Double, so it's a really free Pokemon to use. And okay, we're definitely going to be able to see one Gunk shot hit here today. As we face off against a Alolan Ninetales here, we can go ahead and shield up the Weather Ball, and we will find now one Gunk shot coming straight to their way. As this Gunk shot will be able to knock them out, we will be able to get to another move, hopefully. Hopefully we survive this one. We have to survive this one, otherwise it's going to be tough. We survive it with 1 HP. And we can go for a Night Slash here, doing some more damage against the opponent's Auroras, putting in them with that into-range Horn Blast Burn, and this Blast Burn going to destroy them here. Again, normal Charizard is better than the Shadow Charizard for this team as well, for this meta in general. I think for the Open Ultra League, I don't think it is better, but for this meta, it's just better. Here, we're going to be able to get out the Pokemon that I really want to get out, which is going to be the Ninetales. Ninetales is something that I don't want to face with the Obstagoon. So getting it against the Double is especially good, because you're going to be able to win this matchup pretty easily here as well, or like get a lot of energy with your Charizard laydown and get a shield advantage here. But because they throw here right now, I think I can get both shields, which will benefit me a lot. Because if they run double charm, which is kind of likely with having a rock throw Auroras in the lead there, we will be able to go ahead and nuke some more with our Obstagoon in the back with Gunk shot. In general, Gunk shot Obstagoon has been the best Pokemon for me in this cup. It was like so much fun to use it in the back. We see another Charmer here with the Whimsicott. Actually, we were thinking that was most likely a snipe because I was streaming live, and I haven't seen anything like this before, and would have been a very strong team against me, but we played it basically perfectly that the opponent has no chance here still because of the Gunk shot of Obstagoon. But yeah, Gunk shot Obstagoon was so much fun to play if you haven't tried it out yet. Also very good against Verzian. You can actually nuke a Verzian with that as well, which is really cool. Next opponent, I know this team. We battled them already in the video about the Everluck. If you saw this video already, you might know this team as well. They're going to have a Ninetales in the back. I think they changed the fast move of the Ninetales though, which is going to be interesting, as we face off against a boost here immediately. Already not looking too good, but I think I'm going to be able to get 2 shields back from them now by shielding this Night Slash from the opponent. We have 2 Body Slams stored now. And yeah, this is not looking too good. We can go for another Body Slam, but I expect them to go ahead and go afterwards anyway into the Jellicent, and they can basically hardwall me now. We have Ninetales later on against the against the Obstagoon going to be not that good. They're going to get another boost, which is going to be awkward, but we will be able to go for another charge move here. I'm going to swap out immediately, and they're actually going not into their Jellicent, but they're going to go ahead and go into their Ninetales already. I have no idea why. I guess because they run Powder Snow and they would be able to outspeed me. That's most likely the reason why they went into that, because I was really confused about it. Here now, I was thinking they're mostly going to try to snipe me here, but I was able to wait one turn and now get the Gunk shot off on them, nuking them away. Now we only have the Jellicent against us, which is still going to have access to the move Bubble Beam, I think, which is going to make this a little bit more tricky. And also, what's also going to make it a little bit more tricky is me playing not perfectly right here, as far as I remember. I'm going to go into my Charizard, which is a good play because I will be able to remove the debuff, but I thought I would be able to get to 2 Dragon Claws here, so I didn't throw the Blast Burn, and I basically misplayed with that pretty hard. But what saves us here, which saved us a lot of times as well, is us getting the boost with the Obstagoon. My Obstagoon boost rates were insane over the last 2 days of streaming. Like, it was so wild. I had so many times where I double boosted. I had so many times where the boost came in clutch and won me the game. Honestly, I was insanely lucky with Obstagoon. And also later on, you're going to see some other random Pokemon that also have Night Slash that I got, which also got some boost, which was nice. We see Obstagoon now against us here. So far, so good. I think we are in 4 wins now, which is really nice. We will be able to go ahead and let this Night Slash go through. And we can go for 1 Blast Burn here. Let's see if they're going to shield this move up. They are going to shield this move up. Maybe I should have baited here instead. I think later on I have a game where I actually bait. I'm going to keep this Pokemon alive just in case that they have something like the Ninetales in the back, for example. That would be a little bit tricky. And now sadly they're going to get to another move here, and I'm going to let this actually shield this move up, trying to get my energy, but we see a Charizard coming in. And at this point of time it's basically over. I don't know how I will be able to win this game. I can go into my double, which should hopefully be able to go for some body slams and maybe get the shield from them. Let's see, we see the Blast Burn coming through, body slam coming through here as well. They kinda are forced to throw basically immediately, I think. But yeah, they're actually still going to be able to get to the move here. I will not be able to... Oh, actually, it's going to be a Dragon Claw. I will be able to take it then. I can realign, which is cool. But I don't get my move off here. I clicked on it, but my game lagged. And now we have the Ninetales against us, which I don't think it really matters. I think it doesn't matter at all. There's nothing I can do here, unless my opponent lets this move go through, which maybe they don't expect me to have Gunk Shot. That would be interesting, and they might want to keep the shield for the Charizard, but they don't. And like this, there's not a lot that I can do here. I can try to get to another move, but it just doesn't work out, and we will go down here. No, we're actually going to be able to get a Mr. Mime as well, just before we hit Legend, which is kind of funny and shiny. I just want to put it in here as well, because literally before I hit Legend, I got the shiny Mr. Mime, or as a wild spawn. Not really good IVs, but we will be able to hit Legend now in this season very early. Not gonna lie, I think the earliest I've ever hit Legend, I could have hit it at least 1.5 weeks earlier if I wanted to, but here, our first Auto-Rec team, we're going to be able to change the Electros at least. First 3 games, again, I was able to change for 1 Pokemon with at least 1 of the types that are similar. Here it's on pure electric types, so I have to use also another electric type, of course. But first game, we're going to get a Jellicent against us, which is going to be interesting. If you like those, I actually don't know, like, I really like Auto-Rect. If you are interested in like games with Auto-Rect, it would be also something, but I don't know how to like put it on YouTube in a decent way. It feels like something that's really cool to do on stream, because Auto-Rect is actually like a lot of fun to use, because you use like Pokemon that you wouldn't use at all in this direction here, especially like here, you see me use a Tangrowth. The, I actually don't even know the name, Cryogonal here, the Cryogonal, and also the Ampharos, so it's going to be a fun one. We see that we can go into our Cryogonal now and we can farm down the opponent. Cryogonal is a very, very bulky Pokemon actually. Having access to Solar Beam and Night Slash is going to be a fun one to watch. As we face off against another Ampharos against us. I can go for a Night Slash, hopefully we boost here as well. Let's see, we sadly don't, and we're going to try to go ahead, and actually my opponent going to be able to go for 1 charge move, no, going to be a Thunder Punch. And they tried to catch my move there, which didn't work out. So I can go ahead and go into my Ampharos now. I know there's a Survive 1 Shadow Ball against them. I'm going to let this move go through because I want to beam them later on with the Solar Beam. Zap Cannon coming through now against the opponent. This is going to one-shot them. Most likely Brutal Swing will have done enough as well, but we don't joke around here. We're just going to go for 1 Brutal Swing here as well. I think we win CMP against the opponent as well, which is cool. as we face off. No, actually they don't even go for the move, but we're going to be able to now hit the shield button and go for one solar beam, and the solar beam going to knock out the opponent. Fun first game here already with Autorect. Very interesting to see that stuff. As we face the next team here, we're going to see a lead that I don't really want to face. I'm actually fine with the OleSkaaren here, which has counter, but I don't really want to have the lead here because I think it's really bad. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my Charizard. We're going to get next player here, going to have Sand Slash in the lead. A very decent lead for me again. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and go straight for the Blast Burn, because we either get the shield or we get like, I don't know, like we're going to get some advantage kind of here. If they no shield, that's really bad for them, and they don't shield, and they're going to forfeit already because they thought that we have most likely an actual team, but we have like an OleSkaaren in the back, so that's fine. Next team we have MEweedle in the lead, which I don't really want to have. We're still going to have to use Cloyster here though, but again, very good lead for me. We have Obstagoon against the opponent, as we can go ahead and go into our Galvantula against the Charizard. We go straight discharge, we're not joking around here, and this discharge going to destroy the Charizard already. So far, so insane, like we hardware our opponents here, it's crazy, and we just use some random stuff that the game suggested to us. So yeah, that's definitely the algorithm here, and not totally lucky or whatever, but we're basically at the first page of the leaderboards or something right now in terms of elo, so it's kind of wild that this stuff actually works out here pretty well. And also, as you know already, of course my Obstagoon is very good at boosting today, and this will of course continue here. The thing is that I'm still going to have to shield 2 moves. They're going to get the defense, the attack drop there, and I actually went for my charge move as well, which is really bad because now this doesn't really help me. I still have to get the shields from the opponent. They have a lot of energy on their Giratina, but of course we're going to get another boost here because that's what our Obstagoon does today. And we will be able to still withstand those charge moves. When they go for another one, I think I'm going to swap out, but I have to see. I can go ahead and go for another charge move here. Night Slash coming through. I'm actually going to swap out now, catching the move from the opponent, which is going to be actually the Dragon Claw, I think. No, it's going to be the Ancient Power, so it's going to do more damage. But we can go for the Icy Wind now, debuffing the opponent and winning this game. You're going to see me now for the next videos at way lower elo again. I forfeited my next 5 sets because queue times are crazy. I actually had to end the stream because it was not really worth it to stream anymore, because I had... Like, we were waiting for 15 minutes straight to find an opponent, we couldn't find anyone. So I'm now tanking, I tanked down, I actually can take a look at where I tanked down now. I tanked down definitely way below what I was before. I'm now at 2,714 rating, because before, like, I just couldn't find opponents. So this was kind of awkward. Here we have the next team with the Magnezone. We're actually going to let this move go through and hope that we can sweep with the Yveltal in the back. If they have something like an Ice type in the back, this would be a little bit tricky, but they already have one in the lead, so it's unlikely that they have one in the back. At least that's what I thought when we saw now the Ninetales coming in. This is not really ideal, and we can go ahead and go back into our next Gliscor. Gliscor has the move Night Slash, and if you know what Night Slash can do here, maybe Night Slash can boost ourselves. We have to see. We see a Giratina coming in here. First, Night Slash coming through here, going to get no shielded, not boosting. Next, Night Slash coming through here, going to get... Let's see, going to get no shielded, a boost. Oh, what a surprise. I mean, like, there's no way that we're going to be able to boost back to back here again, right? Night Slash coming through. Oh, wait, there's another boost. Like, it was so insane, I don't know. I make a mistake here, though. I should have not farmed him down that much. I should have gave me more farm, I think, to farm down here. At least that's what I thought there, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because they were able to swap out. I will be able to go for 1-1 Dark Pulse here. And this will knock out the opponent, but the 1 HP is certainly not enough to knock out the opponent here. But nearly we won again with an Yveltal and a Gliscor and a meta that's based on the ice types. Next game, we're going to have a Lantern against our Executor. This is also not scripted or anything like this, but again, we're going to hardball our opponent. We have a Ferrothorn against the Ninetales. They have sadly Powder Snow, which was Charmed, would be even way better. But even this matchup, we should be pretty clear against. We will be able to go for a Flash Cannon immediately. You also have Flash Cannon here because I didn't change it to Thunder, which is actually the move that you want to run in this meta. So I haven't used Ferrothorn in general for ages, which is funny. But we will be able to go for another Flash Cannon now. We are going to shield this move, I think. I am going to shield this move because I kind of have to. And what we're going to face now is going to see that they're going to swap in their Lantern soon again. They're going to get my final shield though, which is fine for me. And what we're going to do here against the Lantern, they're going to go straight for a Surf, which is fine. They don't knock us out because they're very bulky. And we will be able to get some extra energy here real quick, going up to 1 Flash Cannon, keeping this alive, going for our Executor and going for the Seed Bomb now. Should have played it a little bit better, I guess, and not went for it straight away. Let them farm me down a little bit more. But we actually faced now a Skarmory with Steel Ring coming in here, and you know already what we have in the bag. Our XL version of the Raichu. So this was our Pikachu Libre set. We went with Autorect. We actually didn't change anything in the last 2 games of it because we already secured Pikachu Libre then. I wanted to drop actually. We still went 4-1 at highest Elo range with Autorect, which is insane. I mean, we hard counted our opponents basically every time we won. But still, it's kind of insane. So that's going to be it for this battle. That's going to be it for this video. We didn't get a Pikachu Libre sadly in shiny, but yeah, we got pretty high. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!